Get started with SabayRide. Create, organize, and complete a ride. First, tap the Create button in the center of your screen, or you can also tap the plus button in the top right corner. You are now on the Create Ride form. First, enter your ride title. For example, Ride for Fun. The description is optional. You can use it to describe what the ride is about. Next is the start date and time. You have two options here. If you want to schedule your ride for a future date, simply select your preferred date and time. For example, if today is August 10th, you can schedule your ride for August 30th and at your preferred time. But if you want to start your ride immediately after creating it, set the start date and time to today's date and the current time. Next, let's set the route. Tap the Open Map button and you will be redirected to the map. The blue circle shows your current location. Make sure your location permission for SabayRide is set to Allowed. Now tap anywhere on the map to select your meeting point. For this example, I'll use my current location as the meeting point, so I can start the ride right after submitting the form. Tap your location on the map. A panel will appear at the bottom. Tap Select as Meeting Point. A dialog will appear for the optional landmark. You can add one if you have a landmark, or simply skip it if you don't. You will then see a red pin marking your meeting point. Next, select or search for your destination on the map. Tap the location, then use the bottom panel to select it as the destination. You can also add stopover along the way, but this is optional. Once both your meeting point and destination are set, you will see the You're All Set button in bottom of the screen. Now let's proceed to the next step. Tap Continue. If you have a group, you can select it here. You can also select your team leader. For this example, I'll skip these options since I don't have a group. Under Specification, select the vehicle type for your ride. For this setup, I'll choose Motorcycles only. For Max Riders, I'll leave the default setting as is. Then tap Continue. Next is the registration deadline. This determines how long riders can register or apply to join your ride. For this example, I'll set the deadline to tomorrow, and at my preferred time. This means that anyone who wants to join can apply until the deadline and still be able to join the ride. Then tap Continue. On this page, you can review all the information you've entered for your ride. Make sure everything is correct. Once everything is ready, tap the Create Ride button and wait until the ride created successfully. And that's it. Your newly created ride will now appear in the My Ride section on your home screen. Now, if you're ready to start your created ride, simply tap your ride card under My Rides. Then tap Proceed to Map. The app will initialize the necessary services and show your route and navigation on the map. Make sure you're inside the red circle around your meeting point. Then tap Start Ride. You can now start your ride and head toward your destination. Once you're inside the destination radius, the Complete Ride button will appear, just like this screenshot. Tap Complete Ride to finish your ride and return to the home screen. And that's how simple and straightforward it is to create, organize, start, and complete a ride with SabayRide, whether you're riding solo or with a group. That's it for this video. See you in the next SabayRide tutorial.